So if you follow Zoe for any amount of time, you would notice probably a few things, but one of them being that we never show children's faces.
Sure.
So I'd love to talk to you about why that is and what is Zoe's kind of heart behind that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at Zoe, we want to do good work, and we want to see every area of a life be transformed. So part of that is we can't look at anything short term. Like, if you're trying to fundraise or you're trying to pull on people's hearts, you'd tell some of the stories of the kids that we've rescued, and you'd show faces of beautiful children, and you'd be able to see lives be transformed. But while that might suit on one end, we're just really careful about how we care for our kids. So a big thing that drives us at Zoe is we want to protect kids' identity, and we want to protect kids' dignity.
Yeah, that's good. So could you break down those two? You have identity in one hand and dignity in the other.
Yeah, so identity, we have to protect kids' identity. So we have children that we are rescued, and so they are part of a prosecution process. So we're working with government, we're working with the prosecutor, with law enforcement. So if we allowed a photo of a child to go out there into the world with facial recognition and all these things that are out there now, all of a sudden we could compromise a whole case. And so that one child's case could affect the lives of 10, 20, 30 other children. So it's really important that at the point a child's rescued by Zoe, we're very careful that we don't allow their identity to get out there, because we have to keep kids safe. So when it comes to dignity, dignity is a pretty huge part of who we are. We're advocates for children. So we don't want to do anything that would cause embarrassment to a child. We don't want anything would cause shame to a child. It's really important that as far as dignity goes, we really want to protect kids' hearts and allow, their past is their past. So now that they've been rescued, we want to see that their life is transformed and they have a hope and they have a future.
That's beautiful, yeah. So working with Zoe, we've been able to see kind of firsthand what some of these policies have benefited Zoe's work with government and just different NGOs even. Could you share anything about that?
What we found is when we went to government meetings, government started to approach us and say, okay, we've been watching you and we've been seeing how you portray children, and now we've looked at you for a number of years, and we look at you and we say, okay, you actually want to do good work. You're not here for any other reason. You're not here to make money off our children. So now we want to work with Zoe. So it's been incredible. It's opened up doors with government, and so now that's one of the reasons that Zoe is now in a position that we've just got incredible relationships with governments all around the world.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So if you could, I know being a supporter for some place and you're sponsoring a child or giving money towards something, what could you say to our sponsors that are giving towards a child, or even just the monthly donors that are giving towards those projects?
Yeah, I mean, people that are with Zoe and support Zoe, they're the best. Honestly, they're the best supporters, the best donors you could ever hope for. Because it's so hard, because we don't share enough, and that's the hardest part, is we have this real difficult balance that we'd love to show faces of children. We'd love people to see the kids' smiles. When kids have had that first opportunity to go to school and they come home and they basically bounce in the door, they've got homework and they're excited, right? Yeah. Who'd have thought? We'd love to be able to show that through our media, but what's so important for us is that we protect kids' identity because of the cases and things that they're involved in, and we have to protect their dignity so they have that chance at a hope and a future. So people that are with Zoe, they're unique. The people that are with us are pretty special, because we're in this spot that we can't let our marketing or our communications drive the mission. The mission is very clear, and we want to do good work. And if we're really careful and we protect children, it just gives us more opportunities to do good work all around the world. So, man, those that are with us with Zoe, I just wish we could say more. We thank God for them. We pray for all of our supporters. We're so thankful for it.
That's beautiful. Would there be anything else you'd want to speak on this topic? It's kind of a big topic, so I know there's a lot of different facets to it and a lot of nuance as well. But
it's something that we're still journeying with. We want to. What's difficult for us is we want Zoe to grow. because we want to do more good work, right? So it's this really interesting balance or tightrope that we walk. On one hand, conventional wisdom would say, market more, show faces, do all these things. But at Zoe, we trust God. We just believe that God will provide all of our needs according to his riches and glory. And we just have to really just trust that God will move on the hearts of our supporters. Yeah. He'll bring people that get us.
Sure.
We're not going to copy what other people do in media. They've got to work their own stuff out. But at Zoe, we just got to be careful with how we position it, because we are working with some of the most vulnerable people in the world. I mean, we're talking about children here. Yeah. And so us as the adults, we have to protect them first and foremost. And after that, we still want to be able to communicate with supporters. We want to show, our heart is to show everyone like what they're a part of, because it's incredible to see lives be healed and transformed. So we're incredibly thankful for those that are with us on the journey, because we can't do it without them.
Yeah, as someone that has the unique opportunity to be on the field and see those lives transformed, it's just so beautiful and such a testimony to God that he will bring the right people at the right time. And it's not our marketing or our efforts that's going to push that forward, but it's really him moving through not only the lives of the kids, but also the lives of the supporters.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thanks for taking the time to
no,
chat
it's
about
great.
this.
And you're a good man. Thank you.